Alright. Here's an interview with the lost property manager at Area 51. Don't worry about how I got this footage. It's best not to ask these questions. Hi there, Emilio. It's nice to meet you, and thanks for doing this interview with me. The viewers of CBBC Newsround will be delighted to hear what you have to say. Yeah, no problem. So, let's start by asking how you first got into the role of head of the lost property department. And how long have you been in the position? Well, I first started working for Area 51 around 1947 or something. Back then, I was just a cleaner. I remember at the time they needed more cleaners on hand to handle all the autopsies and stuff, as it got pretty messy sometimes. Thing is, with alien blood, it's proper sticky stuff, so gotta use a hell of a lot of bleach to get the autopsy tables looking back to normal. Honestly, I'm quite glad I'm not a cleaner anymore. Mopping up all the alien guts from the floor took quite a while and got a bit tedious, to be honest. Plus, after I came pals with one of the aliens here, it just got a bit awkward cleaning up the blood and guts of some of the other aliens. Clyde didn't really mind though. He thought most of the other aliens here were idiots. Anyway, yeah, about 5 years later I got promoted to manager of lost property and been here ever since. Interesting. So, as manager of lost property, what do your responsibilities involve? Could you describe to us what an average day on the job looks like? Yeah, well, it's pretty much your average 9 to 5. Mostly nothing out of the ordinary happens. In fact, a lot of the job is simply sitting down at the desk, either waiting for anything to be handed in, or waiting for anyone to come and collect the stuff we got stored here. Sometimes gets a bit boring, but at least Clyde pops around and gives me company most days. But yeah, pretty uneventful mostly. Although, occasionally something interesting will happen. But that's usually nothing to do with the lost property department. For instance, I remember a mini black hole appeared for a couple seconds in one of the other departments, which meant I suddenly got pulled off my chair and fly across the other side of the room. Fortunately, the black hole imploded before I was able to get sucked into it though. That was fun. Hope that happens again someday. Fascinating. Could you give us an example of some of the things that get handed into lost property? Sure. Well, mostly it's just alien stuff, like ray guns, UFO keys, or alien lit bomb. But occasionally we get something interesting, like a comic or Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Honestly, the Illuminati do love playing Yu-Gi-Oh on their breaks. Riveting. So, you've mentioned you're friends with one of the aliens here, Clyde? Could you tell us how this friendship started, and an insight into your relationship with him now? Yeah. I mean, back in the 80s I was really into rollerblading, but none of the others here were really into it. Got probably carried away with the 80s style back then as well. Anyway, most days I would go rollerblading outside in the UFO car park by myself on my lunch break. And then one day Clyde came up to me and asked if I could teach him how to do it. And I was like, yeah, sure, dude. He picked it up pretty quickly and I got him a pair for his birthday. So yeah, we would just go rollerblading together every day on my lunch break. It was pretty fun. I also remember I spent Christmas with him back in the 90s, and he got me a skateboard, which is a funny coincidence because I got him a skateboard as well. Got proper carried away with the 90s style back then as well. Yeah, for the next few years we would often go skating in the UFO car park. That was pretty rad. But yeah, nowadays we're both getting a bit old and our knees are a bit too sensitive for roller skating or skateboarding. So we mostly just play Connect 4 or help each other out crosswords or something. Captivating. So there's no language barrier between you and Clyde, I assume? How does that work? One would assume they didn't speak English on alien planets, or wherever exactly Clyde is from. Huh, well, that's a good point. No, never really thought to ask that, to be honest. You'd probably be better off asking Clyde that. Intriguing. Speaking of Clyde, might it be possible for Clyde to join us, so that I may ask him a few questions as well as yourself? Hi, Clyde, it's very nice to meet you. Thank you for joining us in this interview for CBBC Newsround. Firstly, I'd like to start by asking, how are you today? Yeah, fine. Enthralling. So, Clyde, how would you best describe your relationship with Emilio? Yes, right. So, how did you end up on Earth? What drew you to this planet, and what is it that inspired you to stay? Was actually on a cruise ship, but some of the other passengers were doing my head in, so I thought, screw it. I'm going to take one of the lifeboats and wander off for a bit. Give myself a little break from him, you know? It didn't really occur to me that maybe I shouldn't wander off too far, because I don't really know this galaxy too well. I might not be able to find my way back to the cruise ship. Sorry, what? Oh yeah. Basically ran out of fuel near this planet and ended up crashing here. Compelling. So, you took a lifeboat from an alien cruise ship, got lost, ran out of fuel, and crash landed here on Earth? Well, yeah. Your government people found me shortly after, arrested me, and kept me here in this Area 51 place. I see. How about the other aliens that are here in Area 51? How did they get here? Yeah. After I went missing, some of the other aliens on the ship went looking for me, and found my wreckage over in Roswell, or wherever it's called. Then, if I remember correctly, the same government people arrested them and kept them here just like they did me. I was already living here when those other stupid aliens got put here. Gripping. And how do you feel about the alien autopsies that are sometimes carried out here? Huh, screw them. They were the passengers that were doing my head in back on the cruise ship. Thankfully, I didn't get autopsied myself, because as it happens, I'm actually well into my Yu-Gi-Oh as well. And me and your Illuminati guys, well, we just had too much fun playing together, so they decided not to autopsy me. Yeah, I'm quite good mates with a lot of them now, actually. Good thing I brought my deck with me in that lifeboat. Yeah, I do love my Yu-Gi-Oh. Spellbinding. So, Yu-Gi-Oh exists on other planets then, does it? Well, yeah. Have you seen some of them? Did you really think cards like World Carrot Weight Champion, The Calculator, Weather Report, Humpty Grumpty, Interplanetary Purply Thorny Dragon, Inmato, Totally Awesome, Doom Donut, Ojama Yellow, Ghost Bee, Appliance a Laundry Dragon, or Cucumber Horse, and all the other absolutely ridiculous cards would have been invented here on Earth? Okay, good point. Well, I'm glad that you and the Illuminati enjoy playing card games with each other. Moving on to my next point, if I may. Isn't Clyde a bit of an unusual name for an alien? Did you adopt the name shortly after arriving here? Nope. About where I'm from, everyone's called Clyde. Gets a bit confusing, to be honest. Especially on Valentine's Day. When you want to send someone a Valentine's Day card, and you sign it Clyde, but they have no idea it's Clyde it was that sent it. I assume now you're going to ask why we have Valentine's Day back on my planet as well. We just do. Deal with it. Stimulating. Well, I guess my last question for you, Clyde, is how is it that you speak English? None of your business. Very well. Well, thank you for your time, Emilio and Clyde. I'm sure the viewers back at home have found this interview as absorbing as I have. And I wish you both the best. Thank you for watching. This has been Jimmy Spiggins from CBBC. So, yeah, that was an exclusive interview from Area 51 that I managed to get my paws on. If the temptation comes over you, you can go ahead, like and subscribe. You could also click the bell icon if you wanted. That way, you'll get notified whenever I put out another marvellous video. Anyway, goodbye.